Hey everybody, welcome to DBS Films Podcast. It's just me, and we actually have a very unique episode. Yesterday we did a live event in our Discord where we basically gave a little bit of a state of the union of where DBS is at. It's a really cool event. Again, with all the support we've been getting from our amazing Discord channel and everyone there, we wanted to basically give them a little catch up because we're finishing the casting process for our newest film. A lot of the roles in the film, in fact, the majority of the roles in the films are actually coming from the Discord channel itself. And we have just some really amazing, talented people there that have really transformed how DBS is going to basically perform and grow. And it's really something that we always want to keep everyone up to date when it comes to DBS, especially if you're part of the Discord. So here's just a little about 25-minute one-on-one with me and my brother kind of talking about where we're at with DBS and where we see it going. So I hope you enjoy. Hello, Brendan. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are we doing tonight?
Well, we're doing pretty good. So we're probably going to wait just like one more minute, guys, before we get started. But honestly, I think before we even hop into it, we can just talk about how amazing this crowd is. How amazing everyone who's been supporting us has been. So before we really hop into it, what's your kind of overall impression of the Discord and the DBS Army?
I mean, every time I come in here, it gets bigger. It's absolutely incredible, which is why, we wanted to do the State of the Union. I think this is a milestone where we're at right now. We're right about to shift into hard pre-production on our next movie. And this is, I'm proud to say it. We have a lot of super fans. We have a lot of people we cast from the Discord in this movie. So I'm really excited. I think this is another milestone. So we want to just update you guys and where we are right now, where we're going, what the long-term vision for DBS is, and how the community in the Discord is my priority. This is what we want to do. You guys are the people we want to work with, and it's just how do we get there? How do we get to our goals together?
Completely agree. And I think, now we can kind of hop right into it. Again, we'll post this video for anyone who hasn't seen it. We'll see if we can't sticky it somewhere. But I mean, it's insane how fast we're growing, how quickly everything's going. And I think, one big thing that's kind of standing out to me is the community is growing incredibly fast. And just with the nature of movies, there's a little bit of a lag because we have to make the movie, get it published, pre-production, all of that stuff, all of the processes that come into work. It's a lot slower to make a movie than it is to kind of grow a community and kind of seeing the things we've done. So really, I just kind of want to get your thoughts on this. Like, I feel like we're not really going to see the true power of what everyone's doing until like January, maybe even March of next year, just because it is a slower push of basically the launch team, the Kickstarter, all of these things have like shot us forward so much farther. And I think the biggest thing is it allows us to plan differently. We have a completely different mindset now going into the future because of this community.
Yeah, no, I agree. Literally every time I talk to Kel, I'm changing the business plan to try and be faster, to try and be leaner. Just the way we make movies, and how to make a movie and get it off to distribution and do all the back end deals takes so long that I'm actively trying to find ways to speed this up. The community is just growing so much faster than, obviously we could put out these movies, but I think, having Kel come in here and do such a great job with the Discord, having the support of the mod teams to really be able to focus and grow this community, which just allows me to just really focus on these movies. We're very close to giving you guys a cut of the shapeshifter. I'm just cleaning up the audio right now, and I'm really looking forward to, obviously the feedback. What you guys did with the review cut of the Murder House made it such a better movie. So, I'm really looking forward to just utilizing you guys for your support and all your feedback. So it does take a long time to make these movies, but I'm trying to do four next year. That those four movies are all gonna have, be casted from the Discord. We're gonna get as many people in there. Seeing the special effects stuff that you guys did from the challenges was absolutely incredible. So we can utilize, I'm gonna use this community for support, and what the mods are doing, what Kel's doing, just really allows me to focus on this stuff. And we're trying to scale and trying to go as fast as we possibly can. Most indie filmmakers will make a movie, one or two, every 3 or 4 years, and we're really trying to get to the 4 to 6 range. I think it's possible. but you know, it's just we're still learning. This is our first movie with the Discord. So this is you guys are right on the cutting edge. This is just the beginning.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think one thing that, is very clear is like, while it looks really awesome to have 8,500 some members and a number that keeps growing, really the more important number is that 200 some super fans that we have right now. And I mean, just looking at this audience right here, we have two people who have been in the movies, Chloe and Aries right now. We have multiple people who are cast to be in this next upcoming movie. So this is really the community. It is you all right here. It's the people who are going to take the time to watch this video if they've missed it. And these is the important time that your support means the world to us. So, huge shout out to everyone who helped out with the Kickstarter and the Murder House launch, because we now finally have a solid base. We finally have something that says, it's only going to get better from here because we're only going to get more support. And again, these are going to be the people that we look to reward. I've said multiple times, if you continue to audition with us, we will put you in a movie. So you want to just kind of talk about how, like, it's great that we're seeing all of these numbers, but the tangible hard work that people sharing and promoting and reviewing, how that literally moves the gears that makes DBS just get ready for takeoff, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, guys, I'm in this for the long haul. I'm committed to this. I'm committed to the studio. This is what I want to do with my life. This is what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. And we're really looking for people who are very committed as well to this community, just welcoming as many people and being really nice to everyone and just cultivating, these super fans and getting as many people who like horror movies, want to work with us on horror movies. That's really what we want. You can have hundred thousands of people, but we're really just trying to focus on people who are committed to this whole process. Because the one thing I want is, like, even if you aren't selected for this upcoming movie, just understand that this is a long-term process. We're going to be making more movies. You guys are going to get better. We're all going to get better together. So I'm really trying to focus on, and I'm talking to Kel with just focus on people who are committed to this process as much as we are. And the super fans, you guys are so passionate. It's so great. I'm so excited for like the events and the Halloween Horror Nights. Dylan's coming down here. I have one of my old employees coming down here, so it's going to be just a great time. And these are things that we really want to focus on. Is like, how do we reward you guys? How do we reward the people who are most committed to this Discord and what we're trying to do?
It really is the case where, like, nothing is going to make us happier than we can look back and, there's going to be a turning point. There's going to be a pivotal point where, and I think we've already kind of hit it in the sense that the snowball is growing, but there's going to be a point where we look back and, we're going to have tens of thousands of people that join this community in the future. We're going to have, once the word really gets out of what we're doing and the unique value we offer to this amazing community, it's going to be too late, in the sense that, we don't necessarily need as much support there versus now where your support means so much to us. We'll always reward those. That's why we're doing things like tracking the first 6, if you're here for the first 6 months, making sure we keep track of Carl's Club, DBS super fan levels. All of this is so that we can work hard to reward you guys for giving us the support that we need. And speaking of, one of the best ways to just showcase how talented everyone is, because we're absolutely blown away. Thanks for making the audition process just complete nightmare for us. But the challenges are always going to be a big focus on us. So, if you really want to take your creativity, whether it's screenwriting, whether it's, special effects, whether it's any of the challenges, we're going to continue to roll more and more challenges out. This is a way to give us a glimpse. And, immediately, like Brendan said, after the first week of challenges, we've already identified people who have really, really good special effects capabilities. So you want to talk about how the challenges are always going to be a key way for us to basically recruit and build out our team. I mean, eventually we're going to have the case where it might be submit your short film and you win a challenge. You might be a feature film challenge. We might have our own film festival. So we want to continue to reward those who are very creative, and the challenges are going to be like a good opportunity. So do you want to just kind of talk about how the challenges will play a major role in DBS just continually?
Yeah, I mean the challenge in the Discords it's great because casting is so time consuming, so difficult. And this was before the Discord, so this is when I'm talking to people on backstage or people that casting directors reach out to me with. They may seem good, they may not have any red flags when I'm interviewing them, but I really don't know, like, if they're all about indie films. I don't really know a lot about them. They could just be good at interviewing. When I did talk to the Discord people that auditioned for this, number one, they already know our movies. They're familiar with the process. The fact that they're in the Discord and communicating with a lot of people shows me that they're engaged, they're interested, and they're going to be able to come in and do a great job. So being able to cultivate the talent here makes my job honestly 10 times as easy, because I could be like, hey, that scene in Whitlow House, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, or how we're actually going to pull things, or just our process in general. So, it'll cut down the time that I'm going to have to spend in the casting process, which I'm just really excited about, because it is just such a huge time suck. But if we can find a way to just cultivate everyone and continue to grow together, whether that's acting challenges, special effects challenges, any other kind of challenges that we could think of, it's the whole thing of just getting better together. And this, once I said, this is the first movie we're doing this in. We're gonna do 4 more movies. We're always looking to cast like smaller roles. You could just start in a smaller role, like Aries did, and now he's getting a bigger role, and we're continually moving people up to like leads. But casting, is really difficult. There's so many talented people here, and I just really, you've heard me say it before, just don't give up. Like, look at this as a long-term process. It's a long-term project. There's so many small variables that you have no control of in the casting process. If I thought that Gone was going to be my first movie and that was going to be it and that was going to be the home run, I would have been in a lot of trouble. I look at this as a long-term process. I'm looking 3 to 5 years down the road. And if you're not in this movie, if you're not in the next movie, like, you're going to be in something, especially if you're actively working on yourself. You're working with, people in this community. The writing, the shorts are absolutely incredible. The special effects are great. And anything we do as far as like acting challenges, whether it's like we do callbacks. I heard Kel talk about activities yesterday in the mod chat. I honestly think we could probably get you guys to do some table reads, maybe with some old scripts. I would love to hear you guys do your take on like Gone and some of our older stuff. I think it would be like a really good way to get you involved in the whole process. So it's just whatever ideas you guys have, anything that I could help you. Just once again, the whole goal is to just get better together and just really focus on this as a long-term journey and not just like these short, quick hitters.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. That's going to be the best way. And that's, one of the hardest things we have like horror ideas is like a channel. And like, I'll be honest, I just don't have the time to read that, with everything going on. Same for my brother. We're very busy, but doing the challenges, you guarantee to get our focus 100%. So every time we're going to review these challenges, we're going to make the decisions on them. And that's the best way, again, to show us that you want to be part of these roles. If you're actively doing all of the acting challenges, that to me shows me that you're a serious actor. Same thing for special effects, same thing for all of these. And we want to reward you for your creativity. That's why we're always going to have a cash prize. We're going to continue to ideally increase that cash prize as well too. But I think the biggest thing to mention that he was talking about is every single day that passes, you guys are literally building up more credibility in the sense that you're here, you're active, and it's going to be the case in 2 years. We're 5 years into this, and it's one of those things where you look back at Gone and it seems like a blink, and before we know it, we'll be here next year and we'll be 20,000, 30,000, who knows how many members. And we can all look back and be like, oh, you remember this and remember that. And those are things that no matter what happens, we can't take that away, in the sense that just being active and being here is by far the best possible thing that you can do. So I just highly, highly recommend it. If you guys are active, if you're part of the community and everything, we notice it. We notice it a lot. And again, it means the world to us, and it allows us, again, to have really just a night and day start. So to give you guys kind of an idea, we're now looking at by far the most successful launch of our movie. I mean, The Haunting of the Murder House is closing in on The Girl in Cabin 13 for reviews, and The Girl in Cabin 13 has been free for basically since March. So it's going to get a lot more reviews. Do you want to just kind of briefly talk about the difference in the support that we get, and knowing that when we release the Shapeshifter, if we're able to get another 100 views, it literally just steps us up to that next level, in the sense of we have just this level up process, and that's all because of this community.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's super crucial. I'm so thankful. You guys did such a great job with everything with the Murder House launch. It's by far the best one we've ever had. The reviews on it have been absolutely great. It was up there in the top 10 on Amazon. It was like right next to Black Phone and all these like $100 million budget movies, and we got our little baby up there. Um, but it's super critical to get that visibility. It's visibility for all you guys, especially in the next movie, to have to be on a streaming platform and pass quality control and have a distribution opportunities like we do is one thing. But to have a community that can push this stuff and get it in the top 10, the visibility that you guys have is just absolutely incredible. I mean, you're looking at there's a ton of movies that are in the $5 to $10 million budget range that are from big studios that will not give you the visibility that we have. And the only reason that is because we have this community. It's such an incredible thing. I'm looking forward to seeing this thing release on Tubi. And, we should be number one on that. But it just opens the opportunity for every time I go to talk to these distribution companies, I could leverage the community and say, look, we got all these fans. We have the ability to be on the top of these charts. Like, what can you as a distribution company offer us? And all that stuff is just more visibility for the fans, more visibility for this community, and just pretty much everything right now is from the Kickstarter to any kind of additional funds go right back into this community. We're just really looking forward to growing. The growth in the last 6 months from really, or what are we on, month 9? So we launched Girl in Cabin 13 in January. From that point to now, and now we're going to have Shapeshifter released very soon, is just exponential. It's just night and day to see, number one, the conversations that I'm having, just to see our product. The Shapeshifter looks so beautiful. It's just such an amazing movie to just see the growth. And the fact that you guys are there with us will just allow us so many more opportunities. And, once again, we're just trying to do as much as we possibly can, getting you all visibility. If you guys want to make movies, if you want to be a part of the movie process, or if you just like horror movies, this is the community that we're trying to cultivate and grow. Anything that I could do to help you out, just let me know. Feel free to message me.
Yeah, I really, do just kind of want to mention again, it's something where this is not seen in anywhere in the entire industry. I mean, we know basically all indie films out there. We keep our ear to the ground. We want to know the competition, but it's not even seen in major studios either. And I think by the time they get wind of what we're doing here, it's going to be too late. And I think the last thing I want to kind of end on, and this is one of the most tricky possible questions I can ask, is, where do we kind of see DBS in the future? And to me, we have unlocked the ability to make a high quality, budget friendly on like, I don't think people make as good as movies for the cost that we do. I just don't think it's out there. We look, and it's just something where, with us doing all of these movies and understanding the process and refining it and putting in the work, as we scale up, as we grow, as everything just continues to amplify, we can put very high quality movies together that are just focused for super fans, in the sense of, we just have a very fun movie in that sense that we can do. On top of that, we're looking at things like gaming. We're looking at things like comics. We're looking at basically becoming a one-stop community of creativity that can blossom. And it's really tough to, point to one thing that can kind of go there. But, right now it's focusing on the movies so that becomes the, foundation for us. But if you just want to quickly talk about the growth and just kind of, what it could be like to be part of DBS 2, 3, 5 years down the road.
Yeah, I think the main thing, and probably the company philosophy, is just cultivating a community of growth, as well as like cultivating a community of creativity. So there really wasn't anything for me. I've always wanted to make movies, but it's you either go to film school or you go out to Hollywood, and both things are very expensive and your odds of success are very low. If I had something where a community like this, where I could submit my shorts or talk to other people who are doing this process, it would have helped me out a lot. And I think, the next 5 to 10 years, the art of storytelling is going to be so critical, because the cost of all this equipment has come down. It allows us to shoot movies very, very quickly for a lower budget, but they look just as good as a lot of other movies that are on television. and we're getting the same visibility as them. So instead of going off to Hollywood and, having to fight with 100 other people who look just like you, or may, have to do casting and, just go through that whole process, if you come in here and you work with us and we get to know you and you're nice to everyone else and you're really devoted to growing this community, then yeah, I mean, why would I not use it? Like I said before, the fact that, you guys are here shows me your level of commitment to these projects and making movies. Yes, we make them for low budget, but this is like each movie is probably 4 or 5 months time commitment for me. And I still have another company that I have to run as well. And then it's a huge financial burden for me. And the worst thing that could happen is we just don't get one of these movies made. And I'm knocking on wood right now, but it's a huge, huge risk for me just to have anybody else on set, which is why we preach that we have, a very minimalistic set. But I feel comfortable casting you guys because I see the work that you guys are putting in and I trust you. And trust me, I was telling Kel with the special effects out here, I have no problem getting a whole bunch of people out here that could do special effects and just make a giant zombie movie. It would be like the most fun that I could think of. I've always wanted to do a zombie movie. And that'd be just a great way to get you guys introduced to the process, get you on set. Let's see what happens. And I think we could totally do it next year. Not a problem at all. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff as far as like even fan movies, as far as the villains. We could get Frank, we could get Carl, we could get Mo to come out there and do sort of like a battle royale movie. Just fun stuff that like we as a community would enjoy. I think it would be a lot of fun. And the opportunities that we have now, with the growth of this community, with you guys watching our movies, with leaving the reviews, that's all possible. What was not possible 3 months ago is now possible. And I can't even wait for the next 3 months because, I'm changing the business plan constantly because we're growing so quickly. I can't even keep up. But, like I said, I'm committed to you guys, and I appreciate with the bottom of my heart everything that you guys have done. It's made me work a lot more hard. It's made Kellen work a lot harder, and we're just really trying to get as much quality content out there as possible, and get you guys in these movies, and continue to cultivate and grow with you guys, as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, it really is the case that you guys are the reason we're working all so hard right now, because it's there, it's right here, and it's literally the support that we get from you. And what I will say is, nothing's going to make me more excited than when we can both do this full time, because it's going to open up so much more possibilities. It's going to open up so much more interaction. It's going to open up so much more fun things that we can do together as a community. So, again, we can't thank you enough. A huge shout out again to the mod team, huge shout out to all the super fans, huge shout out to everyone in Carl's club. These are the things, these are the badges of honors. You can no longer get a Murder House supporter badge, you can no longer get a first six. And these are things that when we're 10 years down the line, when we're massive DBS films, we're swinging big now, we'll always be able to point back to that and just owe you, from like the bottom of our heart, just the biggest thank you, because you are the ones that are building DBS just as much as we are.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. In all my businesses that I've ever worked in, if anyone has ever helped me, I return the favor tenfold. And so if there's anything I can do for you guys, feel free to DM me or just message me. I usually reply to those a lot quicker than I do in the massive chat. Usually I use the massive chat to just tell everyone how good Team Mo is. But if there's anything I could do to help you guys out, just let me know. I'm here, I'm available. I don't check it a lot, but I will help you out to my best of my ability.
Such blasphemy. Everyone knows Frank is the best. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this meeting. Again, we just wanted to pop on because, I feel like we don't say it enough. This is something special. All of you are just the most amazing, wholesome people here. Everyone in this chat right now, I mean, like, honestly, looking at the names there, I love that we have some that I'm not familiar with, but for the most part, all of you right now that I'm staring at, you guys are the building blocks of DBS. And I just cannot express our gratitude enough for this. So really, really thank you all so much for this. Again, be active in the community. Feel free to reach out to myself or my brother at any point in time. I mean, we make movies for you, and we make movies for you to be in as well too. So this is really our main mission. This is going to be our credo. Be sure to go ahead, hop into the Gone trivia coming up in 5 minutes, but we really can't thank you all enough. Any last things you want to say, Brendan?
I mean, I think you said it, and just, you know, you guys have my support. I'm just so thankful. I'm so blessed to just have your support, to see this community continue to grow. The mod team's done such a good job. Kellen's done such a good job, and I feel like I'm the one slacking here trying to get these movies out. So, you know, once again, just thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are making a dream come true. And I'm hoping that I can make your dreams come true as well.
Perfect. With that being said, get back to editing. We got to get that movie up and out. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, you are all the best. Really, there's not more than that to say, and really appreciate all of you. So I'm going to go ahead. We'll get hopped on for trivia night, and just really thank you all for being here.